Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. So this is week 3 and I am so excited because, as they say, it takes 3 weeks to form a habit, and I am crushing it this week because next weekend is, or actually not next weekend, but the 20th is when I see my doctor. 20th of April, oh my goodness, is when I see my doctor for my 1 month checkup. So I'm really excited, and before I go see him, I wanted to not just do walking. I wanted to incorporate working out. So I went to the gym on Friday. When I say I went to the gym, I signed up on Friday, and that's thanks to, in part, by Miss PTB, Miss Can Beauty, when she said that she started back at the gym and she's been going there every day. I was like, wow, I need to do that. And so on Friday evening, I went to the gym, and I renewed my membership. And you guys, I have not gone to the gym in 3 years. And I walked in there Friday evening, and it felt like an old friend. It really did. And I was saying to myself, what was I afraid of? What am I afraid of walking into the gym? When you're in there, you say that. But when you're away from it and you let yourself go, it's like the devil. You're afraid of what people are going to say, and that's a problem. You see, when you let those negative voices in and you allow people to take up space in your head, people you don't know, people who have no influence, who should have no influence in your life, take up space, hold space in your mind and in your head. When you allow them to take up space in your mind and influence you, that's when you start having problems, and that's when that fear cripples you. And I'll tell you something about fear. Fear not only cripples you, it stops you from living your life. It stops you from living a whole life, a full life. It stops you from being who you are and who you are meant to be. I'll tell you this, it allows you to become somebody you are not meant to be. It stops you from, and I'm telling you this from experience, you won't go out with your friends anymore. The person you used to be, the bubbly life of the party that you used to be, you're not anymore. I'll be there, sure. The person that people used to count on to be there, you're not that person anymore. You don't show up because you know what they'll say if you say, no, I'm not going to show up. if you say, no, I'm not going to show up, you know, then why? You know that constant of barraging of, but why, Pauline? But why? But why? But why? So as not to hear that, you say yes. The moment you say yes, nobody constantly asks why, right? So when you say yes, nobody asks those questions, so you don't show up. And when you don't show up and you keep doing that, no one asks anymore, right? And that's what I used to do. So fear makes you become someone you don't want to be. Then you start losing friends. Sorry. You start losing friends. You start becoming someone you didn't want to become, because you allow fear to set in. And so the fear of not wanting to go to the gym to work out because of what you think people think about you and the size you've become. Because of that, you don't work out, right? So what happens? You feel sorry for yourself and the problem snowballs. Then you go to the fridge and you take out that Haagen-Dazs, and that rum raisin ice cream becomes your friend. And what happens? And the saga continues and continues and continues. So I say all that to say this. I will continue my walking. That will not stop. But today, even though I'm walking, there is still that tinge, that tiny bit, that tad bit of fear. I will not lie to you about that. About me going to the gym today. There is. But I'll tell you this, I will conquer that fear. I'm going to walk in there, even if I can only do 30 minutes on the treadmill. I will do that 30 minutes, and I will walk out of there with my head held high. I will conquer that fear, because you know what? I owe that to myself. I will see you on my way back. Tom is here, and for those of you who don't know what Tom is, it's time of the month, and I struggle with Tom because I have endometriosis, and when it comes to that time of the month, I have happy Easter. Thank you. I get severe cramps. I mean, doubled over cramps that I wouldn't wish it on my enemy. It's really that bad, you guys. And this morning I woke up and I didn't have any. But when you suffer with it for so long, instinct kick in, you know, and even though you're not feeling any pain, the first thing I wanted to do was just still stay in bed, because fear said, well, what if you go halfway and the pain kick in and there's no one around? What are you gonna do? And then the logical side of me said, well, what if you went all the way and nothing happened? And I said, okay, screw it, I'm gonna go. And nothing happened. But now that I'm coming back, I can feel it. And I'm pushing myself. I mean, I've passed where I live, but I just wanted to, you know, walk a little bit more to tell you the story. And I'm trying not to tear up, but I just wanted to tell you this. While I'm walking through it, I wanted to tell you this. As a daughter of a pastor, I've heard my father in the pulpit telling many stories. And I remember him telling the story of a sister in a church who suffered with cancer. And she was dying. And happy Easter, good morning. And she suffered. This is what I love, you guys. People who are taking care of themselves and they see someone else, how wonderful they are to you, even if you're starting out. I'll tell you, it makes me feel good. It does my heart. Whew. Okay, Pauline, get it together. So, anyway, so he was telling the story that he went to see, let's just call her Sister Smith. He went to pray for her in her home. And he said, he went to see her, and he said each time that the pain hit her, with every pain, she said, "Thank you, Jesus." Every time it came, she wouldn't take medication. She said, "Thank you, Jesus." And he asked her, he said, why won't you take the medication? It will ease the pain. She said, because I'm fighting for my life. And with each pain, it reminds me that I'm living. And I say that to say this. I'm not dying. You know? So why should I curl up in bed? Because I'm having a little bit of cramps. Because I know in a few days, this will go away. Yes, I said a few days. That's how bad mine is. Over-the-counter medication doesn't work. I get narcotics, prescription medication. And I say all that to say this. This woman knew she was dying. But the pain she was going through made her feel alive. So fear and pain is what makes us feel alive. Fear and pain keeps us, should motivate us to be better than who we are. So those of us who are using pain and motivation, pain and fear as excuse, and I'm the first one. I will never ever say anything to other people without putting my hands up as the first one in line. As excuse not to be better. We need to stop. Because all we're doing, we're holding ourselves back from being the best people that we can be, the best human beings that we were put on this earth to be. We're holding ourselves back from being the best examples to others that we can be. Who knows what we are meant to be? Who knows the leaders that we are supposed to be to others? Who knows what we can become? The leaders in our own community, in our own workplace, in our own family that we can be. If we stop letting fear, if we stop letting pain rule our lives. And with that, I will get off of my soapbox. I am not the preacher in the family. I leave that to my father. But I just wanted to say that. Because even though I'm in a little bit of pain, I'm not going to let that stop me from doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to go home and drink a little tea. I have some herbal tea that I picked up from Whole Foods on Friday. It's called PMST. So hopefully that'll help somehow, and do some back exercises, and hopefully that'll help. If you guys know any type of remedies or anything like that, because I honestly, you guys, I don't like to take those narcotics. Advil, Aleve, all that crap doesn't work for me. Believe me, I've been going through this since I was 10 years old. Yeah. And the only thing that will help a little bit is when I was working out and lifting weights. Going to the gym. And I haven't been to the gym in 3 years, so that's why when I start again, it'll alleviate the pain a bit. But nothing has taken it away so far. So thank you guys for listening to me ramble. Thank you for always commenting and listening. So have a great day. Happy Easter. God bless you all. And thank you all for subscribing. Have a great day. Bye-bye.